is marriage equality hurting anyone else?
It's not.
So before it was federally, before there was a federal law put into place, not every state you could get married as a same-sex couple.
What is the federal law that was passed for same-sex marriage?
It was in 2015.
The Marriage Equality Act.
Was that the bill or was that the law?
The law.
That was the bill. And that bill only covered 37 states.
What are you?
So if you guys are gonna be on here supporting and saying all of these things, it is probably best to make sure that all of the numbers that you're saying and the things that you're saying are accurate. Because
we don't usually talk about this because it's not part of, you're the one who brought this up, so yeah. But still, it's like you're saying that you're
but you're pulling things out of thin air. You're not even you're pulling statements out of thin air.
You pulled a topic. You pulled an entire topic out of thin air.
Actually, no. Mel asked me a question and I answered.
You don't think we should have some type of federal protection to allow everyone to be able to get married?
Yes. What the heck does anybody's marriage
about it?
What does anybody's marriage have to do with me in any way? If I'm not in that marriage, how does it affect me?
What the?
Exactly.
Am I being gaslit right now? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Do you want to get back on topic?
You know where you are?
You're so quick to be defensive that you're not listening to what I said.
Buck, I'm giving you a chance to get back on topic.
Trans kids exist, right?
Yeah, but hold on. I know that she wanted to get back on topic. I just want to say this really quick. You were the one who said that people could already that same-sex couples could already get married before this was federally passed into law. Is that not what you said?
Yes.
Yeah, but not everywhere.
When the federal laws went into place, do you understand that it was a massive argument because of church and state? That was where the argument, that's who your biggest defender of this shouldn't happen. That was coming from the argument of separation of church and state. People were upset because even though they wanted to get married to somebody that they loved more than anything, they couldn't do it in their family churches because their family churches would turn their backs. It was more religious based than it was anything being governed. And that was my generalized statement is no matter how angry somebody gets because, oh, there's somebody doing drag in the library or there's a trans person in my restroom. It doesn't matter. If you feel some type of way, everybody has civil rights, period.
No, you don't.
You do. If you grab
I'm just going to say this right now. LGBT rights matter more than religious rights.
And there are laws being made against people being able to use the bathrooms that they should be using. That's not civil rights.
What are the laws that are being passed? What law has been passed that is
in Florida?
What's the law?
You have to use the bathroom for your sex assigned at birth. Your sex, not your gender.
Okay, I have my laptop. I have my laptop in front of me. What is it called?
You can just look up the anti-trans bill tracker. It lists all 550 plus anti-trans bills.
Is it really up to 550 now?
The country, and which ones were passed, which ones were not, and which ones are still pending. But in Texas and Florida, if you are a person who is providing gender-affirming care to a child in any form of gender-affirming care, that includes therapy, you can have your children removed from your custody and you can be charged with a felony.
So no, everyone's losing civil rights.
Buck, I just got Cash Apps to kick you. You have a good day.
Okay, that's cute.
That's cute.
Okay.
Thank you to the first two cash apps.
Bye.
All right.
I was
No,
so
my,
What was the
fucking
point?
lost.
Like, what was the point of that? Right?
I don't know. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go grab an ice pack. I will be right back because my phone is
Okay.
overheating again, and I don't want to get off yet. All right, I'll bring up the next guest, though. Fingers crossed they're not assholes. Dylan Sampson, no bio.
That was so confusing. Of an entire group of people. It's them. But we can't just tell them, hey, be nice and listen, because that's not how it works. That's not working. We can have a conversation with that we can get through to. We do. We try our best.
I understand that, and I guess I just wanted to say that because I feel like there are some people in the chat who have tried to say that, but not in the best way. You know, I feel like they come in more argumentative than anything. That's why I'm trying to seem so chill. To be honest, I don't want to come off as disrespectful because I know it's touchy for a lot of people. I guess.
Trev, do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, no, I was about to close out actually because I don't want to take y'all's time up. I guess my closing thing would be I'm not asking everyone to come in like that and coddle, you know what I mean? But I feel like a lot of people as a whole, I'm not saying you guys, just people as a whole, have kind of lost the idea of, you know, you give respect, you get respect. And I feel like a lot of conversations would have more progress with that. And that's what I'll close on. Thank you for your time, guys.
All right, have a good one. Hey there, Bex. I'll bring you up once I got an opposition in here.
I just want to point out that if
Yep.
this person spends time in our spaces, they should know that my motto is respect is always given until proven
I was trying
otherwise.
to think of that.
So I really don't, that was misguided towards us. That was not for us. I really, again, didn't really understand the like friendly fire apparently twice in a row.
Yeah, all right.
Somebody says, you give zero respect, Mel. Okay.
All right. But yeah, I'll bring you right up, Bex. Buck Wild, you were just here. Why are you requesting? I got paid to kick Buck. So yeah, I ain't giving a refund. Risa, you're next. No bio. How you doing, Risa? How old are you, please? 24. Fantastic. What would you like to talk about? Risa, I gotta interrupt you real quick. Can you mute and unmute? Chat can't hear you.
Hello? I've been doing that a lot today. It's really nice.
Yeah, I can hear you. How's chat doing? Can chat hear now? Say something, Risa.
Hello? Hi.
Okay, they can hear you. Chat can hear you. You're good to continue.
Okay, good. I was a bit ignorant, or what I should say, don't really like understand a lot within the trans community, right? Especially, you know, growing up in a country where these thing where we don't really like hear about the trans, even till this day we don't really like hear about the trans. Our country is not really exposed to those things. So like most of the things that I learn is through like TikTok and well, your profile, your lives popping up on my FYP, right? And I started, you know, like looking on. And at first, I will be honest, I did not understand anything, you know, but over time, as you start tuning in and hearing different opinions and stuff, you know, you start being a little bit more open to learning, right? One thing I would love to learn about, right, is the whole cisgender thing, because I feel like every time like I do research, that is something that comes up a lot where a lot of women feel a type of way about it. And I would say I do not yet fully understand it.
Okay.
I cannot wrap
Do you know
my
what the
head
word
around
means?
it yet, but I'm willing to learn about it.
No
right?
problem. Do you
Even
know?
some biological women, you know, they are
Hang
okay
on.
with being called a cyst. Now, I watch your live, and you were saying that the cis word is used in medical fields. Now, just want to say, right? Remember, I live in a different country.
Are you talking? If you're talking, I can't hear you. You got the little red bars on your screen. You there, Risa? I can't hear you if you're talking. I might have to drop you. All right, I got to move on. Okay. Yeah, connection was no good. Sorry. Buck Wildcat, what are you doing here? I hate when you tell a person.
Have is
But oh, there it is.
Yeah. Okay.
the only question I have is when it comes to children, because I feel like, I don't know, children, your brain's not fully developed at that young of an age, and it sort of
Right.
falls in.
I'm just going to interrupt you right there because we hear this conversation a lot. Different parts of the brain develop at different times. Gender identity develops between the ages of 3 and 7.
Yes. Don't you think if you have to be over 18 to, get tattoos, places, modify
Tattoos
your
are not
body,
healthcare.
piercing?
Sorry, we've heard all these talking points. Tattoos are not healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but who's to know if a child might have
Therapists.
gender dysphoria at a young age? And
Therapists?
Me. That's me.
Yeah.
there's many
That's me.
cases where
Hi.
people have gotten
That's me.
surgeries
That's
and
what I
then
do.
You know that
And
you're
then
just
No.
rambling on, and I feel like you don't actually want to learn anything, DJ, because you're not.
well, you're very smart because it says DG, dumbass.
Wow.
Oh, bye.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You got real angry real fast.
Yeah,
What did I say?
I don't know. He just got really defensive over his username. That's
But I
really
didn't even know what I said. I thought I said
We're-
DG, but I don't know.
I heard Jay, but really big freaking deal, right?
I was about to say, like, people misread my username all the time, and I'm not like, how dare you?
I don't have my glasses on either, so.
Yeah,
Hey,
so
but we're the emotional ones, y'all.
yeah, I wanted to address the whole trans kid thing. Like, look at this kid right here. That's me at 16. I was constantly told negative things about like the trans community. I was told that I, as a child, deserve to burn. This isn't like a choice. It's not a choice to be trans. You are or you're not. If I could have chose not to be trans, I would have loved that, because then my parents wouldn't have told me about hellfire and how I was doomed.
Oh, yeah. How I was doomed. Jesus.
All right, we lost the new guest. Guys, if you're enjoying this, please give me a follow. If you want to see more, keep tapping that screen. Let's set a goal of 70,000 likes. And please gift my amazing panel.
Just be nice.
No, don't give
Can't we
me.
just be
No
nice and-
gifts.
Yeah.
I need to
Nerdy doesn't want gifts.
put up a
Can't we just
sign
be
that says
nice
no
and educate? Can't we just be nice and educate? I mean, I feel like I was pretty nice to him.
You were.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Yep.
We didn't do anything.
I'm
I mean, I know
the
that
big
was
scary one.
genuine.
They're loading.
All right. We didn't kick him. He dropped himself. Okay, so no Peppa. Let's try Tito Benjo. It's all shits and giggles till someone giggles and shits.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi. Sorry, I'm 22. I know you asked for everyone's age. I'm
Thank
a
you.
doctor.
Okay.
So yeah, I know a lot of so in medical school, obviously I don't know.
Wait, you're a doctor at 22?
Yeah, because I'm in America. No, I'm not in America. I'm in the UK, and it's 5 years in the UK.
You're a licensed doctor already.
Yeah, it takes you 5 years. So after sixth form, it takes you 5 years to study medicine. But because I'm born in August, I'm supposed to be 25. But because I'm born in August, I'm 24.
Wait, you said you were 22, and now you said 24 or 25.
Sorry, 22. So I'm supposed to be 23. Sorry, I don't know why I said, yeah, I'm 22, but I'm supposed to be 23 in August. Sorry. Does that make sense? It's 5 years. Medicine is, you can search it up. Medicine is 5 years in the UK.
No, that's not the problem. It's the problem that you said I'm 24, then 25, then 22,
I said
then 23.
25 because medicine is 5 years. So I was like 25. Sorry. But we do a course.
So you're doing your rounds, your final rounds.
No, that's not.
Are you able to practice independently?
In the UK, we go to foundation years. So we do 5 years of medicine and then we graduate as doctors. Then we do, so it's way quicker in the UK. In America, you have to do undergrad and postgrad. We don't do that in the UK.
I did look it up quickly, and this all tracks based on a quick Google.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, sorry, I wasn't trying to lie. Sorry.
I would love to hear what you have to say.
So we do actually learn about. I know the UK is not as. I don't want to say the UK is not transphobic or not homophobic because that would be like, but it's a bit different than America. So we do learn about. We do a whole course in first year, a whole like module kind of thing that has gender identity and kind of stuff, and you can get in a lot of trouble in school. For example, if you in like medical school, if you say, "Oh, this is a male pelvis," you can get in trouble for saying that and get investigated because it's not a male pelvis; it's a masculine-looking pelvis. Because that could be, for example, a trans woman would have a masculine-looking pelvis. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a male pelvis. Things like that, and we learn about conditions like. Do you know what Turner's is and Klinefelter's?
I'm not specifically familiar with them.
Yeah.
Intersex conditions. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of like a lot of like intersex conditions and all of these, and there's always a lot of debates because a lot of people don't agree with intersex condition, which is weird because it's a condition. How can you agree or disagree with the condition? Yeah. But yeah, people get really angry about it. But when you guys were talking about the difference between gender and sex, that's what kind of like sparked my ears up, because you guys were talking about like, I feel as if sometimes when some people, trans people, talk about the difference between gender and sex, they make it seem as if gender is like, it's just what I like want to be. It's just like what I wake up in the morning and say I am. But there's actually science behind it more than people think. And I feel as if like people don't understand that your sex, yes, is your chromosomes. That's just it. But your gender has more to do than just with what you.
Oh, for sure, 100%. I like to keep it simple for chat, etc. But yeah, definitely, I do recognize that there's a lot more to it.
Yeah, I feel as if people were thinking as if I can wake up tomorrow morning and say I want to be a girl. No, I'm not trans. I don't have that. Like it's. I know that there's a lot of studies. None have really like obviously it's still in the motion about like. You can really test someone for being trans. Like there's certain things, if you like do brain scans, there's certain things that come up with being trans, and it's not your gender isn't what you wake up in the morning and say I want to be. It's what you wake up in the morning and kind of feel like mentally, if that makes sense. Not to be like rude or anything, just saying that's like what I feel like it is. And I also wanted to talk about the fact that the girl that you brought on about the child. This might be a controversial topic, but for me. I do agree with hormone blockers because I think it can be damaging for for example, trans man to go through female puberty and then have to erase all of that. And also these sex-changing surgeries are really, really, really harmful in terms of like, why would you do them if you could, if I can avoid it, it's better to, it's better to just do hormone blockers when you're younger and avoid going through more when you're an adult because it is dangerous. I won't lie. I do feel as if it's a serious surgery, and it's not light.
It's dramatically improved my quality of life.
Pardon?
I got the surgery. It's dramatically improved my quality of life.
But are you saying it wasn't painful?
I'm not saying it wasn't painful.
Yes,
I knew there was going to be pain.
If you could have avoided a little bit of the pain by maybe getting on hormone blockers a bit earlier and having certain things. For example, do you guys know...
I couldn't have developed a vagina by starting hormone blockers earlier.
Oh, no, that's not the only surgery I'm talking about.
Right, so you're pro puberty blockers, correct?
I'm pro puberty blockers, but you guys said that a child can consent and should be able to consent to certain like hormones and stuff like that. And you guys said it's life changing, so they should be able to consent. But I'm not 100% sure about I don't actually know anything about the medical laws in America, but in the UK, even if it's like a lung transplant, a child cannot consent to that. Like
You
if
do
a child
know
is
part of the process.
sorry, continue.
Hormone replacement therapy is not a form of surgery.
Yeah, I know.
It's not a lung transplant.
But any kind of I was just saying lung transplant because I know that's really life saving. So I was just trying to equate it to something else.
Hormones.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to equate it to something that was life changing. I didn't want to say like a blood test because obviously that's not the same thing. But a child, this is what we learned in medical school. Obviously, I literally graduating this year, so like I've graduated now, but like I'm still new. But we did learn in school that a child cannot consent to under 16 cannot consent to any kind of medical care. They don't have the ability to consent.
Certainly, you're not advocating for children not getting medical care. Obviously.
Sorry, can you rephrase that question? What do you mean?
I mean, obviously, you're not advocating for children not getting medical care. I'm sure children in the UK get various surgeries that they need and other such things and medications that they need all the time, right?
Yes, they do, but what's the...
So can I clarify something? My understanding is that in the UK, children can consent at the age of 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah.
Okay. So before that, they would need the consent of their parents, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So they would have the consent of their parents to start puberty blockers, and I guess I'm just confused. I don't see what the
children
issue
are not. Children are not consenting on their own. Their parents are involved.
Yes, but what's the likelihood that I'm saying that it's what's the likelihood? I don't want to say what's the sometimes most parents don't want to consent to that. Realistically, most parents of trans stories that I've heard, I've rarely, like, I know, is it Mel? I know that you have spoken that you have a trans child and that you support your trans child, but you understand that this is very rare and that's not a usual occurrence. Like people, that doesn't happen.
It should not be rare to support your trans kids.
But that's the reality, is that it's rare. So trans kids aren't going to get it. So there are going to be some trans, let's say in school that rare that there's loads of trans kids in 1 year because they are a minority, but there's going to be some kids that can get the treatment and some that can't based on their parents and all of that kind of things. And I feel as if it's better to wait till their parents aren't the ones that are kind of like in control of certain decisions for them to be able to make that decision on their own. I think that I just don't think that it should be a thing. Under 16, I'm going to my mum, creating such...
And then I don't think it should be a thing to receive medical care under the guidance of a doctor and a mental health professional and the approval of the parents, and that they should wait until they are adults to get puberty blockers?
Not adults, 16.
Yeah, so you think, okay, so
blockers. I said blockers, fine, because I feel so blockers, they change. I'm not saying that, blockers.
Yeah, but you can't like leave kids without puberty until age 16.
Well, that's what, do you know Viandre on TikTok?
No.
This is why I had some questions.
Viandre is trans,
you're
and she went on hormone blockers. Sorry.
You're saying as a doctor that a child should wait until they are 16 to get puberty blockers. You do know that puberty is
puberty
done.
Blockers. No, not puberty.
HRT.
You said blockers.
HRT.
No, I didn't say blockers. I said blockers should be from young because that's essential to have it from young. Because if you don't, like, that's what I'm saying. Viandre had her blockers from a very young age. So if you see her like now, she never went through male puberty, and it was her transitioning.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Let me just give you my like story, right? So my daughter didn't come out early enough to block her puberty, right? So she had to have HRT introduced.
Sorry, may I ask if I'm not intruding, how old your daughter was?
She's 14.
So she, is that when she came out?
No, she came out at 13.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, so she missed the opportunity to have puberty blockers. So HRT was the recommendation for her to basically stop developing as a male as early as possible.
We did learn about certain kinds of, even though you are halfway through, there's certain things you can stop instead of, obviously you cannot reverse anything that's already been done, but there are ways in which you can. I just feel as if it's better to be, I just feel as if making a child that is 13 years old make such a change is, to me, is
Well,
like...
it's 14, but here's the thing, again, puberty blockers can only be introduced at certain Tanner stages of your puberty. If the child is past those stages, they cannot be used anymore.
Yes, but there are certain. The puberty blockers is such a broad term for certain medication because there are certain things that occur in puberty instead of blocking the entire puberty, but you can block certain traits. That's what I was thinking. It's not something that they introduced because it's not their biggest concern. The government isn't speedingly trying to work with this, but I think that that's the kind of thing that can be introduced. But with you guys saying this, why do you think that a child has to be, I think it's 18 in the UK, to have gender transformation surgery?
Okay, surgery and hormones are different, right? So again, I'm going to go back to the hormone thing again really quick. The reason why my child's endocrinologist and therapist recommended
gender transformation.
Yeah, the reason why they were recommended for my child is because she was suffering from gender dysphoria, and if I made her wait another 2 years until she was 16, which is the age that you chose, she would have more changes in her voice. She would have a lot more facial hair, body hair. She would have a lot more changes that she's uncomfortable with.
Yes.
So
but that's what I would say.
This should be very case by case and individualized, which is what it already is.
No, but that's what I was saying. I was saying that there are studies or there are things going on about blocking instead of blocking, because blocking puberty is a whole different thing than blocking certain traits of that puberty in itself. So I said that if that's something that should be worked more on rather than blocking the entire puberty once it gets past those stages.
You don't block the entire puberty.
No, but you block hormones. It's the blocking of hormones rather than the blocking.
Aaron.
Sorry.
How you doing, Aaron?
So Tito, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
So can I say Tito? Is that how you want to be addressed?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, Tito, what is your background professionally?
I'm a doctor.
A doctor of what kind?
No specialty.
So you're a general physician?
No, because in the UK works differently. When you graduate, you have no you don't have a specialty.
Okay. So what do you work with?
We on the first 2 years of foundations, you go through like everything. You do a bit of everything. But for me, I want to specialize in plastic surgery.
Okay. So do you currently work in that specialty, or what do you do right now?
No, I can't work in that right now. So I've just finished medical school and I'm going to do foundation 1, and I'm just going to be doing a variety of different. So you switch wards. So you can go from psych.
Oh, you're a junior doctor.
Do you?
Yeah. Sorry. Did I not? Sorry.
So
no, you've been saying you're a doctor. That is
because
in the different from a junior doctor.
In the UK, it's not different. It's not different in the UK.
Yeah, it is.
What I saw on Google, it said that there are junior doctors, etc.
But in the UK, when you graduate, you're a doctor, and then when you do your foundation years, you're called a junior doctor. Then at no point are you called a doctor in the UK. You're called a registrar or a consultant, but they're all doctors. That's what I mean. There's sub-phrases of doctors. Yes, that's what I mean. But sorry, Aaron, to cut you.
So if there is another case that's not on your caseload, that has nothing to do with your signatures or your application, who are you exactly to say what that care should be, especially if it's between another doctor, that family, and their child?
Yeah, I'm not speaking from or what I would do to a patient. I'm speaking in terms of like research and what needs to be done and things that need to be implemented rather than from what I would do as an action. As in the same way, if a parent comes to me and they say that this is what they want for their child, it's case by case. I would always do what's happiest for that family, for that child. That's obviously I'm going to do that, but I'm just saying that I think this kind of research needs to be done more.
Okay, so no more research really has to be done. I don't know what research you have or haven't read yet, but as a therapist that worked in the US and is licensed to do so, we already know what the best treatment for many of these conditions are.
Yeah, but it's not
gender
about
dysphoria.
Yeah, it's not about the treatment for it. It's about what I was talking about was that after you get past a certain age in which you cannot, or a phase, let me say, in which you cannot get the puberty blockers, there are certain traits that come about that I feel as if should be able to, you block the trait and not the hormone. If that makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
You do block the hormone.
No,
Yeah,
that's
I don't know
that's
what
what
the
I'm
fuck you're
saying.
talking about.
That's what needs to be
So
done.
what is a gonadotropin hormone?
No, but I'm saying as in, like, for example,
What is a gonadotropin hormone?
like with the angiotensin.
What is it?
What do you
Just
mean? What is it?
say what it is. What is a gonadotropin releasing hormone?
It's the
You went through
hormone.
med school and you have no fucking idea what a gonadotropin releasing hormone is?
Sorry, I can't.
An example. The
are you
example
saying
of a gonadotropin
I think
GnRH.
GRH, huh?
No, GN, gonadotropin releasing hormone. What is it?
I don't understand what you're asking me.
What kind?
It's just.
I'm sorry, this is a very lowball question. And
I'm so sorry, but you're not.
a
You're not.
gonadotropin releasing hormone.
We are
is what
not
we call
doctors, and we know this.
Yeah, but my
Yes.
point is okay. But that's nice. But my point is that you're not. You're just really not understanding what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say
I
that
don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what you were trying to say. I'm asking the fucking question right now. What is a gonadotropin releasing hormone?
But I'm saying that. What do you want me to give you? Are you asking that, or you want?
I want you to answer the question. It's not that hard.
What do you?
An
I don't understand.
example of a gonadotropin releasing hormone is what's called a luteinizing hormone, a hormone which then goes from your pituitary gland all the way down to your gonads.
Oh my god!
Thus, it's
Yeah.
called a gonadotropin
We
releasing
don't
hormone.
call it. That's why I don't know what you're talking about. Like LH, FSH. Yeah, LH, FSH. Is that what you're talking about?
No.
Yes, LH from the. You said from the pituitary gland to your Yeah,
No.
that's.
It's
You're
called a
talking about
gonadotropin releasing hormone.
Yes, that's.
And I'm
Yeah, I
talking
know
about
what,
that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yes, I just said what you're talking about. You asked me what you're talking about.
No, you're
FSH.
not.
Search up FSH and LH, and that is a gonadotropin releasing hormone. Yes. Sorry, I just didn't know yes, FSH and LH. Somebody search that up. It's
No,
FSH and LH. Follicle stimulating hormone.
LH is luteinizing hormone, which is what I already said.
And I said FSH. I added one.
LH is what I'm talking about. That's an
Yeah.
example. I already what it is. And you didn't want to answer it. Now you're like, oh, LH. And it's like, no.
I said FSH.
I asked the question.
FSH. FSH.
How do you not understand the question? It's so low ball.
What's your question? I just answered you. I just said FSH is a gonadotropin releasing hormone, but we don't call it that.
LH.
Yeah, so is
So is
LH. They
LH.
both do. They're both working when you were talking about periods and stuff, menstruation. They both help with that and ovulating. Yes, I know what that is. But that's not.
They also formulate gonads.
Yes,
That's what
I
they
know.
help do.
But gonads just mean like sex organs. That's my point.
Right, which is, so what is a puberty blocker? It's
But
a GnRH.
You're not really. I'm not against puberty blockers. I'm saying that some kids can't get puberty blockers because they're past that age. As Mel just said, her daughter was past that age, and I was saying that she said that her daughter had certain attributes, like a hairy chest or certain things. That
Respectfully, that's not what you were saying.
No, that's what I'm
that's not what
saying.
you were
saying.
What was I
that's
saying?
What you were saying. What you were saying is you don't believe that children should go on HRT. That you do think that they should go on puberty blockers when they are younger, but then they shouldn't go. But then they shouldn't go on HRT, which is completely counterintuitive, because then you're going to have a child who has been on puberty blockers for 2, 3, or 4 years, and they're going to reach ages 15, 16, and 17, and they're going to have prepubescent bodies, or possibly longer. And being on puberty blockers for that long is contraindicated. There's no reason for a child to be on puberty blockers for 4, 5, 6 years unless they have precocious puberty. So you're saying that a child should just remain in a prepubescent body.
So did you say unless they have precocious puberty?
Yes, unless they have precocious puberty and they start to develop puberty before the age of 10,
Yeah,
then I didn't tell you what it was.
But I'm saying that when I said that, Mel came back and said to me that, oh, yes, you think that puberty blockers should be there, but maybe you should have hormone therapy as well, because my daughter was, I hate to talk about someone's child, so let me not say that. I don't want to keep on going back to someone's child, but let me say, some people can't get puberty blockers, so they need to go on hormones. And that was a rebuttal to me saying that hormones shouldn't be given until 16. And I was saying that I believe in studies that not just only talk about puberty blockers and then blocking the hormones itself, but blocking certain things in terms of like
a puberty blocker only blocks certain things. That's the fucking point.
But you're not understanding. I'm not saying
you're saying there's something else. Is there something else besides for HRT?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Instead of blocking the hormones, there are ways in which you can take medications that, for example, I'm a trans man and doesn't want to grow breast. Target trying a hormone that prevents you growing breasts in a certain. So, tell me I'm dumb, but this is a new research. We literally learned it.
No, I said this is so dumb. I didn't say you were dumb. I can get there if you want. I have no problem with that. But that's not what I said.
We had to do these things where we had to do research projects, and a woman came in and was talking about how she feels as if there's better ways to stop certain things happening. There's better ways to have trans kids that are trans males not develop breasts when they've passed that age of puberty. There's certain ways to stop it from growing. That's what I was trying to say, but you're so defensive and you're so not to hit me. I'm trying to tell you that there's new study. I'm trying to talk about new studies about developing things. I'm not getting complacent and thinking, well, the trans have already got something. Yeah, they should be satisfied with this treatment they have now. Develop something new.
The trans already have something?
No, I'm saying that's what people say.
So Tito, what was the purpose of me? What was the purpose of me asking about what do puberty blockers specifically block?
I don't understand why you were asking me that. But they block hormones. I told you that they block hormones, but we should do.
They block what kind of hormones? They block what kind of hormones?
Releasing hormones, but they block certain it's a bit more
Which is a certain hormone.
Yeah, and I said that they should do things that don't block hormones, but they do block hormones, but they do other things. Like there's new innovative things that can block.
Yeah, but this is not something that's available. So we're literally talking about
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying that they need to invest in studying.
Yeah, but you were making it really confusing saying that you were
she doesn't have enough funding.
Tito. When we do talk about puberty blockers, they only do one specific thing, which is block GnRHs. They don't block any other kind of hormone.
That's the point. They don't do anything else but block hormones. There's other things that they can implement that help with
hormones.
But it's not hormones.
Such a circular and pointless.
I just said not hormones. I said not.
We are so beyond any point being made. This is so circular.
No, Erin, you're talking about. But how many times have I said I'm not talking about hormones?
You're talking about medications that are not available. You're saying we should do this, we should do that. You're saying that there are studies being done.
This is
that
not
there's funding that needs to happen.
Tell me I'm not medical professional. Did you get into medical school? No. Bro, I'm trying to tell you that they need to start putting money into research for trans. They're not putting money into it. They don't care.
We want more funding for sure. We want more studies. We want more.
Yeah,
that's what everything.
But again, that's not what you were talking about when you
first
what I'm talking about.
Here.
You're just saying that now as a way to get around accountability.
I'm not trying to get around the country.
Oh my gosh.
I'm literally in the same community. So why would I come here to try and I'm literally
What community?
What
community?
LGBTQIA+.
In what way?
I'm not comfortable with sharing that.
Okay, fine, you don't have to.
Then I don't fucking believe you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you a lot. Thanks. That was No. Do you see what I mean? I mean,
Tito,
yeah.
I feel like
why
you're
are you here?
saying that as a way to deflect from the responsibility of the things that we are asking you.
Okay, I
don't like that.
understand why everyone was so angry, because I was just trying to say that we need to start funding new researches, new ways to help trans children.
That is
May
not
I-
what
But you
said.
absolutely were
That is
not saying
not
that.
what
You were
said.
you were talking about age of consent, and maybe
I
it
didn't
was
say
because
that,
of.
but I said that. Yeah, that's why I said
And not taking
they should do
HRT,
other things than that. That's
and
what
you
I'm
went
trying to
first
say.
from
Yeah, but
saying
there are no
puberty
other
blockers shouldn't
options
be
right
taken.
now.
was trying
Hold
to say
on,
we
can
should
I?
find
I
a
want to say something. I want to say something. See, the problem is the reason why we are having these conversations all the time is because gender affirming care is getting banned in multiple states in the United
Well, I'm
States.
just saying I'm not
So,
American.
hold on. So children are not having access to these things at all. So we are trying to educate on like what is available right now to help trans children and why it's important. And the reason why you came into this conversation with what you were saying wasn't making any sense to us because we were literally trying to educate on what's going on right now. So it sounded like you were completely against hormones for
No, I'm not.
transgender children.
Yeah, that's what I got out of it.
You were
sorry,
not
I was
clear.
I'm trying to say I'm against the hormones that they're giving right now. I'm saying as in like, okay, the way that those things work are, I think that there should be something. I'm trying to replace. I think they should be replaced. That's what I'm trying to say.
Sure, but there is not anything else right now.
Yes.
So
for the kids right
here's
now.
where the problem is. You are a
May I ask?
doctor, and you are saying no to these things. That is so problematic and harmful.
I'm not saying
when I
no.
asked you
I just said there should be
specifically, are
something
you
better.
able to, excuse me, I asked you specifically, are you able to practice by yourself individually? What did you say?
Are you asking me?
Are you able to practice unaccompanied or unsupervised?
No.
Finally, we get to the point.
You can't practice.
You are saying that
you can't practice unsupervised in the UK for a long time. Everyone is supervised.
So there we go. So there
You got a lot to learn.
This is
I would also.
Okay, whatever.
I would
Whatever, guys. I tried to say that. You know what? I'm very.
May I
pro-
ask you a question?
Yeah.
So when we were talking, you said she doesn't have enough funds. Or did you just come up to like get your friend some funds for something, or?
Wait, sorry. What?
When you were talking about not having enough funds, you mentioned a specific she, and I'm just I don't know if like there's a friend of yours that.
But it's not my friend. We had to do research, and there was a researcher that we had to work with, and this is what she was also speaking about, and that nobody will fund her.
Okay, it's just that this isn't really the live for that. If you want to like start your own live and talk about that, sure. But like this is
like what you were saying was not relevant to what we usually talk about, and that's why we were all so fucking confused.
Can I just say that, Adora? I do really. I don't know if that's your name. I'm sorry. I don't know why I called you Adora.
Yeah.
Sorry. I really do respect you, and I have watched I have watched your lives quite a few times, and I really do like you. It's you that is the reason why I'm here. So I do want to just say that I do respect you and congratulations on your journey. And I really do hope you the best in your journey. But I do feel as if for the rest of you, I just feel as if like I was trying to just like come on here with a fresh new idea, and there's a lot of defensiveness and a lot of, like,
because you were not clear.
No, you have shit ideas. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, do you know what? Yeah,
you were
have shit
coming
ideas,
off.
Tito.
the day that one of you man can get into medical
Tito,
school,
again, you were coming off that you were against gender.
I
were
wasn't.
against
I literally
hormones
just said
for
I'm
kids.
not. I literally said.
I'm sorry, what did you say? The day one of us can what?
Can ace medical school the same way I did.
I don't need it in ace
I
medical
don't.
school.
That's not what I'm
fucking
trying to
idiot.
educate on.
Yeah.
Okay, no, because then you guys are acting all high and mighty and trying to be rude, especially you, Erin.
Yeah, because one of us is
God.
licensed.
My
One of
respect
us is
to Adora.
licensed.
My respects to Adora.
One of us is licensed and practices independently, where the other does not.
That was so much time for like what?
Yeah, so this isn't the place to like platform your BS idea that your friend gave you. This is to like discuss actual situations going on within the trans community, like actual problems we're facing right now.
Right now, not in the future. Sure, maybe could there be better medications for us? Sure, maybe there could, but we don't have them right now.
Right, so with her idea of, there should be something better, it's making it sound like, yes, let's not give kids hormones, which I literally talked about with her, like, 25 minutes ago?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, we didn't have any other options. She was not being clear on what she was trying to say.
Yeah. Irony, irony, right there. That is
Well, I
exactly my
mean,
problem.
if she recognizes that there are no other options, then she has to do her due diligence as a researcher to provide those, instead of just saying there's no other options right now. Like, well, then you're just stopping practice, which is unethical. So fuck off.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
London
my
was
point.
comment
That was
was
exactly my problem. She was
it's
saying
sorry.
that her personal views were this, and that kids shouldn't be getting this and shouldn't be doing that. You are also calling yourself a doctor when you were not truthful about that you literally just graduated, if you've already graduated, because a few people in the comments
that. What do they diagnose you with?
Generally, you have to have the diagnosis of gender dysphoria or
So it is.
a diagnosis.
Wait.
I'm not done speaking. You asked me a question and I answered it, and you interrupted me. Like, what the hell, dude? You can wait till I'm done. So I'm answering your question. You can just wait. It's really simple. If you just wait for 3 more seconds, the sentence will be done and you can respond.
Sure
So
thing.
they would be given a diagnosis of gender dysphoria or a endocrine disorder diagnosis of some kind, like congenital adrenal hyperplasia. That's all I was going to say.
I'd also like to respond
And
as
I'm
well
not trying to
as
talk
the
over
other.
you. There is a huge lag
You
on my
literally
side.
just
So
did.
okay. There's a huge lag on my side, and I'm not trying to talk over you. I think you're done. So, okay. So
I was just speaking.
plain and simple. It's gender dysphoria.
Okay, so clearly
Right?
you're not listening.
Yes, not trans. Yes, not trans. Gender dysphoria is not saying that person is trans.
So, for the people
So Red
trying to
Ace,
transition,
I would like to
they have
also
to be.
speak
So
as
the people trying to transition though, and going to have medical help, have to be diagnosed with gender
Red
dysphoria.
Ace, I would like to speak as another mental health professional because you seem very focused on the idea that being trans or even gender dysphoria is a mental illness. Neither are. The American Psychiatric Association, which is the organization that publishes the DSM-5, specifically states that gender dysphoria is not a mental illness, along with the NHS, the NIH, the Mayo Clinic,
SAMHSA,
the SAMHSA, the Cleveland Clinic, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It is not a mental illness. It is just a but it is a significant distress or impairment related to your gender incongruence. It is not a mental illness, but you can develop mental health symptoms because of gender dysphoria.
Okay. So let's use a hypothetical here. So anxiety.
Did you hear what I said? What did I
Yes,
just
I
repeat?
did. I did.
Repeat just 2 sentences of what I said.
You said that it is a part of the DSM-5 that is a mental.
I did not.
Not a mental illness, and it is. They don't diagnose this in their.
I didn't say that either.
Nerdy, is it okay if I take ownership of this conversation? Because I'm going to steer it in a certain direction.
Sure.
If you don't
So
mind.
could I let me please just say something? I'm going to throw in a hypothetical here. What is anxiety? Is that illness or a disorder?
Neither. So here's the reason why.
It's
Before
not,
you answer.
I mean, I think
Correct.
you need to do
Just
some-
stop. I'm going to answer what you asked, okay? Anxiety is the normal word we use to express the fear of the future. That is not a disorder. The disorder would be generalized anxiety disorder or social anxiety disorder. Much like, for example, depression is not itself a disorder. Depression is, for example, a normal experience of intense sadness. It becomes a disorder when it becomes something like major depressive disorder. Do you understand the difference between the normal experience of depression or anxiety versus the clinical one?
Guys, my phone froze. We might be about to disconnect.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a chance to catch up. I don't know if the live is still working for you guys. Go ahead.
We're still here.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna.
So Ace, do you understand what I'm saying?
It's good. Yes, I do.
Do you understand what I'm saying, Ace?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can. Okay, so you understand that there are normal experiences with the word anxiety and or depression versus having a disorder of either of the two.
Guys, hang on 1 second. I'm I'm gonna have to exit the app and then restart it. It's gonna kick you guys off, but you can all come right back up. 1 second.
Yep.
Hey there, everyone. Are we back? Okay, cool. I can see you guys. You guys can all see me. Fantastic. All right. Anyone who would like to come back up, you are good to re-request. Let me get my background set up. Okay. All right. Much better. Invites.
I'm getting an echo now. Hey there, Mel.
Hey, I hate it when it does that.
What was that guy's name?
Red Ace something.
All right, ready. So welcome back up. I can't see him here. He may not be here.
Are you still planning on being live all day tomorrow?
Me?
Yeah.
Was I planning on doing live all day? If I was planning on doing a live all day tomorrow, I actually can't do a live all day tomorrow. So if I was planning on it, I had forgotten.
You wanted to, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I meant that kind of facetiously. Like I'm going to be live a lot tomorrow, but definitely not all day.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, I think that conversation might be over. I think we lost him. And my phone is about to die.
If I lost him because he didn't understand the different, like what I was saying, then he is just not in a position to talk about this stuff, and that's like.
Okay.
So hard about this conversation.
Yeah. So let's do a raid. Who should we raid? We can raid Jovan Bradley. He doesn't have too many people watching right now.
Oh, you are going to end the live?
Yeah, my phone's about to die.
Okay.
And if I plug it in, it overheats. Yeah,
I'm gonna
sorry.
go live, so if you want to... No, it's fine. I'm going to go live, so you can raid me if you want.
Yeah, definitely. Go for it. You are welcome to drop, and I'll do my little outro, and you can get yourself set up.
Yep.
Thank you for coming on, Aaron.
Bye.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't believe tomorrow's already June, though. Isn't that crazy?
Yes, like I'm so ready for it, but also my birthday's right around the corner. Come on.
Oh, that's a good thing.
I don't want to be closer to 40 than 30.
I know, and honestly, my second half of my 30s were much worse than my first. Just
oh no!
Just give you something to look forward to.
All right. So yeah, this is the end of this live. Thank you all for being here, guys. We are so close to 150 subscribers. When we hit that, I will do 3 lives dressed as She-Ra from She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, my absolute favorite cartoon. Love to do it. It's a lot of fun to dress up and do those lives. Thank you to all my new subscribers. You guys are amazing. Thank you to my mods. You guys did a fantastic job today. You had your work cut out, as always. So, do you guys ever not have your work cut out, really? Thank you to everyone who was here to listen. And if you were here with with open ears and willingness to learn. Give yourself a pat on the back. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you, Mel, as well.
Yeah.
And if
thanks for
Nerdy, if
letting
you're
me
here,
hang
thank you as well.
out. Thanks for letting me
All
hang
right.
out as always.
No problem. Everyone, go to Aaron's live. Let's get that set up. I don't actually know his full username. What is his full username?
Is it not so?
Yeah,
think
not so.
it's not so Zanny.
He changes his a lot though.
I might go live later. I don't know yet. So
All right.
we'll see.
Fantastic. I'll keep an eye on the Discord.
I have to clean. Somebody asked me to go live. That's why I was like, not yet.
Is he on yet?
It's summer and my kids are living here like they're college students, just trashing the place. Fun stuff.
That wrong, but the TikTok should be able to figure it out, right? Yeah. Okay, he is live, and it is not so Zaddy Aaron with periods, not underscores. Okay. Not approved, of course. So I don't understand the stickers. I don't understand. What is wrong with not so Zaddy Aaron? How come his username is okay, but I can't put it in a stickers?
Exactly,
so, yeah,
right?
Yeah. It's not in so or obvious, right? Zaddy is just Zaddy, and Aaron is Aaron. With periods between each word. Thank you for coming up, Nerdy. I appreciate you. But this is the end of this live. We're going to raid not so Zaddy Aaron now. So yeah, everyone go on over to his live, write Adora raid in the chats, and I will see you guys around.
Bye.
Bye.